The views and opinions on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect the views of Colerain Football, Colerain High School, or the Northwest School District. Please enjoy the game.
And welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School, your Colerain Cardinals. Play host to the Mason Comets here on wearecolerain.com. As presented by the Colerain Boosters. I am Brandon Wyatt alongside Ryan Wyatt with Mike Rourke, engineering and on camera as your Cardinals, again, play host to the Mason Comets.
Mason Comets coming in here at 3-4 so far. Colerain at 6-1, so it's going to be a test. Always is the depth of the Mason team. There's a lot of bodies out there, so got to be big GMC contest just like it is every week.
The Comets, coached by head coach Brian Kastner, coming to this contest.
As I said, they come in 3-4 overall, 3-2 in the GMCs. They've got losses to Springboro, LaSalle, Lakota East, and then 3 straight wins: Oak Hill, Sycamore, and Hamilton. And last week, lost to Lakota West. They'll be led at quarterback, Colin Brown, 6'4" senior. He is 8 for 129. He has thrown for 1,000 yards. So we'll probably see a lot of air for them. 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. In the backfield, Nolan McCormick, the junior, 72 carries, 345 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver, Alec Dardis, 5'9". He's a senior. He's got 311 yards with 4 touchdowns. And they got a couple big wide receivers on the outside. Brett Wexelblatt at 6'4" also has 300 yards. Jack Cooper at 6'6" has 233 yards. Between the 3 of them, they have 10 touchdowns. They are third on overall in defense on the GMC, and rushing defense, they're 8th in the GMC. Passing defense, they're 6th in the GMC. And total points allowed, they're 7th in the GMC. So Colerain looks to have an opponent that maybe take advantage. I won't say take advantage of, but just have a little bit more of an opportunity to score. Maybe we'll see a shootout tonight.
And this is taking nothing away from Mason, but I think Mason, if you look at their stats and their personnel, I think they're pretty much the definition of this season of average. They're not spectacular or anything, but they're not bad at anything. They're big up front, but not overly physical. They have lots of playmakers, but none of them is overwhelming. So you see the Cardinals can really kind of get a test. There is no real weakness for Mason, but at the same time, there's no real strength for the Comets going forward. So you see the Cardinals, who have really been heavily dependent defensively this season, see if they can get their offense going.
Yeah, and you talk about that. You always like to look at common opponents. You know, Colerain struggled to score only 17 points last week at Hamilton. This same team from Mason put 35 points up against Hamilton, but gave up 21. So they'll score and they'll give some up. The only other common opponent they've got so far is Oak Hills, and you can kind of throw that one out. They scored 35 against Oak Hills, but you know who hasn't? So it's a little cards night, special night up here at Colerain High Schools. We can see every week. The little cards organization here is represented by a lot of their players and cheerleaders. It's also Joe Bertram night. Joe Bertram is a Colerain teacher that lost his battle with cancer and raising a lot of money. If you see some orange on the players' feet, that's in honor of it's an orange out for Joe. And just a reminder for everybody at home, Waycross isn't here, but we are allowed to show video. We've got just the one camera up here. Mike's going to be running it. It's not a GoPro. It's not a fancy camera. It's what we've got. So Mike's going to do his best to bring you. But Colerain tonight, as we won the toss, is going to defer the second half. They have chose towards their red uniforms with the black pants. Mason's going to be all in white. Say something.
I had words and they just slipped my mind. Like, well, what just happened? I was about to talk.
Well, you've got a lot going on, and I'll bring that up later. But
what just happened? Oh,
we know Chris.
You can reach us. Yeah. You can start. That's what I was going through. Again, this is a home game, so again, we can bring you live video footage of the home game. If you want to reach us here in the booth directly, you can directly message us in the chat comments directly in the YouTube feed, or reach us at the email address of radio@wearecolerain.com.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from, what year you graduated. If you want to give a shout out to a specific player or coach, or just kind of root the team on, just get in touch with us. radio@wearecolerain.com or right there in the chat.
Words.
So it's kind of I got here early. Mike got here early. This was one of the most easiest setup we had. We had the booth to ourselves, and then I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Brandon's got a big event going on tomorrow, and I know he's busy, but when Chris isn't here, so it's like, oh, I might have to do this game by myself. Where's Brandon at? He walks in 7 minutes before showtime. He overslept.
Yep, pretty much. That's it.
So I don't know if his brain and his mouth has woke up enough, but
oh, it's woke up. That was just me having exactly what I wanted to say in my mind, and that's just not reaching my mouth.
The connection of the two
for
wasn't
whatever
made just
reason.
yet.
Yeah.
Took a lot of some celebrities here tonight. We had not sure the Cincinnati Bengals has chosen this in one of their feature games. Coin tossed, and they had two special team captains. The Mason Comets had as their captain Anthony Munoz, and Colerain had Joe Mixon. Two Bengals here, and the Colerain will be presenting the coin as we were told Sunday for the coin flip down at the Bengals game. So it's kind of
here's the thing that amazes me. I'm just gonna. Joe Mixon is a NFL running back. He's a very large NFL running back, but he's nearly the same size as Anthony Munoz.
Anthony Munoz, probably one of the top five, if not the top offensive tackle ever to play the game.
I'd go top three if you just top tackle of all time.
And
for sure.
Joe Mixon, we got our guy Frank down there. We'll have some photographs up sometime as quickly as we can sometime this week. But you're absolutely right. He's maybe 2 inches shorter, if that.
But as it is, 4 minutes before kickoff, interestingly enough, and I know
no teams are on the field.
Well, yes they are. And Mason's done this before. It's a little odd to me, but they do it pretty consistently. They chose not to go in their locker room. They're just hanging out there in the back of the end zone right now on the away side.
Yeah, Colerain's yet to come down the steps. I've heard actually other teams talking about it to get into the Colerain's a bowl. So to get down there, they got those concrete steps, and sometimes they can get a little bit slick if you don't have the proper shoes on it.
I have
don't
no
know
idea what you're talking about because, as Coach Cohn used to say, once you smell that popcorn, you hear the clickety clacking of the cleats, you know it's time to go, and it's Colerain football. So, as it is a pretty calm night here. No, as is not how we've had the past couple of weeks with some wind and rain issues. That will not be the case tonight. It'll be rather warm here at kickoff for an October night, and it'll severely cool down here as the sun goes down.
Yeah, both these teams, it's almost about time, as I said, Mr. Hemonitis is not here tonight. Almost time to start talking about Harbins and all that. I always say I don't really care till
Here's
the end.
the thing. Colerain's going to make the playoffs, and they win out. They will be the 2 or 3 seed. If they lose to Fairfield, they'll be the 4 seed. It's pretty straightforward as that. They're most likely hosting a playoff game at this point. On the other side of it, the Mason Comets, they're fighting for their playoff lives. A win tonight pretty much guarantees that they're going to make the playoffs. But fighting the rest of the way, they are fighting to get that 7 or 8 slot. The way the playoffs looks like now, it's going to be Elder, St. X, and then 6 GMC schools in the playoffs. Maybe a Walnut Hills can sneak in. Very unlikely that Milford can sneak in again. That's basically your playoff outlook. We get more specifics as we get closer.
Well,
to the end of the
you're
season.
always very good at that, but I'm always the one that said we've got weeks till we get there. A lot of strange things can happen, and we saw a couple years ago where we were pretty much hosting a game, and we were at Sycamore. We'd won out of the 15 games we were watching to get done, and we didn't get any of them.
It was Oak Hills the 1 year we did make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So your Cardinals are ready. As they take the field here, gets set to go through their tunnel. The band plays the 2001 A Space Odyssey, as has become tradition here for the Cardinals. Sean Pace, your senior captain with the Cardinal flag, as the last of the Cardinals matriculate their way down to the field. Again, Cardinals won the toss, elected to defer. Mason Comets chose to get the ball. They will get the ball first as they take the field now.
Led by head coach Brian Kastner.
Mason led by head coach Brian Kastner And your Colerain Cardinals are led by head coach Sean Conrad.
We've always seen good battles between these two. I mean, the size on the offensive and defensive line, there are just numbers that Mason has that Colerain would love to have. I always say Colerain tries to out-scheme and out-athlete. It's always close early, but as I said, Mason kind of struggling on defense. Colerain has been struggling on offense. I mean, they're not the juggernaut powerhouse that they've been in the past. They're very good. No doubt it. They're very good, but they're not the typical Colerain offense. We see that's a good score at any time with anybody on that backfield touching the ball.
And again, you can reach here in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com or directly in the YouTube chat feed. We'd like to give a shout out then to Lenny Lopez listening from sunny Corona, California. Or he's not. He didn't really give us a location this time. We just assume he's in sunny Corona, California. Also give a shout out there in the YouTube chats to.
And you're assuming it's sunny right there, but
it's Corona, California. It's gonna be sunny. Shout out to Maya Thompson, Tim Rigbar, and Trent Jewett listening in here live on our feed. So under 30 seconds before the official countdown begins, before we hit the official countdown to kickoff. By my watch, we're 3 minutes before 7 o'clock, but according to the officials, we're just going to play.
If they're ready, as we said, Colerain had won the toss and is deferred to the second half.
Number 27, Kirby Lewis. Number 87,
So back at that's Lewis and Weiserschlach. That's a good name. Back for the Mason Comets.
Cameron Ott set to kick off.
No wind to deal with. Cameron Ott, it's has just been popping the ball up this year. He's got a big leg. I don't know if he's been struggling or if it's just a scheme thing. They have given up some big returns, but that as long as he gets good height, there's usually not much of a return on the pop-ups. Mason has kind of spread out their secondary line right there. They like to shoot for the numbers. The middle of the field is wide open.
Whistle is set, ready for play. Cameron Ott sets the kick, and we are off. High pop-up. We field it against the sideline, fielded by the up man. He'll take it inside the 20, step around to be pushed out just past the 25. That's Michael Molinar with the return, and the Mason Comets will start out at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, 26. As we said, they're going to be led by 6'4" senior Colin Brown.
From their 25-yard line.
As he come out, wow, I'll tell you what, how big 78? Paul Rodriguez, 6'5", 300-pound on left tackle.
Now, granted, he's flanked by a much smaller offensive guard, but Colin Brown takes the shotgun formation. Snap, hold, fakes it, quick slant, number 7. Intended receiver Jack Cooper too far ahead, incomplete on first down.
That's a matchup to watch out there. Cooper at 6'6", going to be matched up against a 6 foot tall Sean Williamson. I don't know if he's actually 6 foot tall. I always tell you guys, don't really trust the programs. I had a coach years ago that kind of lied both ways, made the big guys smaller and the small guys bigger. But that's a huge target, 6'4" and 6'6" on the outside.
Comets come out, trips right, shotgun, handoff, off tackle, out in the middle. Got some space, going to be short of the first down, but it's going to make it very third and manageable.
They're spreading out the offense. The wide receivers, all three of them spread wide out. Big splits by the offensive line, the big holes, going to make this third down a little bit pretty manageable. They're going to need, it's about a long 2.
So the Comets on a nice little off tackle play there out of the shotgun.
Substitution on this. Deshaun Pace is coming out of the ball game. Don't know if that was an equipment issue. No, he's not going to the trainer table. Yeah, I didn't see his helmet come off, but under center this time.
Under center, snap back in. He breaks off of one tackle. He's met in the backfield, not solidly, just a hand on him. He's going to fall forward enough for the first down.
Yeah, good penetration to the outside, as you're right. He gets hand on him, but he runs through the tackle. Strong run there. Nolan McCormick at 200 pounds, 5'10", the junior, picks up the first down. Mason Comets ball at the 37.
Nolan McCormick with the carry. Didn't get much, but didn't need much, and it's a Comets first down.
gone 4 wide this time.
2 to either side, shotgun Brown. Takes the snap, looks quickly to his right, little hook pass, 5 yards. And it's a good gain for the Comets on first down.
Yeah, they're showing a little bit of patience right there. Wetzelblatt just sits down and talked about he's the 6'4" wide receiver. Just runs a quick hook, picks up 6. Now looking at their stats, they really don't have the deep ball. They stay patient, throw it underneath, and look to break the big play.
Brown looks to his left, takes the shotgun snap. He's going to look deep. He's got a man.
That's picked. Almost picked off.
Brown was hit as he thrown. Ball tipped then, nearly intercepted by Xavier Kendall. The fall incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 5. Cardinals got lucky that the rush got there because Jack Cooper was wide open over the middle.
Yeah, who was that from the outside?
Jack Cooper.
No, that made the contact with the quarterback.
I do not know.
But you're right, Xander Kendall was right there.
Colin Brown, step back. He's immediately under pressure, just gets it away. Scrambling around, gets it loose, finds a receiver. And Nick Molinari will pick up the first down.
I tell you what, a lot of pressure by Colerain that time. They hit him as he released it, and he found that tight end just released right there. Great presence by the quarterback to find it under duress right there.
So the Comets are now in Cardinal territory. They'll have it at the Colerain 42.
9:50 left to play in this first quarter. And this is something we don't see too often when we play teams. That's called a huddle.
Yes, it is. Even last week, Hamilton running the play clock still didn't huddle. Brown takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, find his side. He's got Jack Cooper. Breaks the initial tackle, and he's inside the 25 to the 22.
Yeah, Colerain defense. Defense back tried to cut off the pattern there. It was just a simple slant. But when you're 6'4" and he throws that ball 2 feet above his head, it's tough for the Colerain defender. He misses the ball down to the 22. If you're going to jump that route, you either got to get the ball or you hit the man. He completely whiffed on that outside.
Comets got something going here in their opening drive. Brown takes it, handoff, fakes it, keeps it, trying to get the outside. Not much there, but he's got to pick up about 3-4 yards on first down.
Xander Kendall makes the tackle. Mason Comets driving, 8:50 in this first quarter. Probably in field goal range. Didn't check the stats. Well, Chris usually does a really great job of that. I'm not sure what kind of kicker that they've got. They have about 4 or 5 of them warming up.
It's 2nd and 5.
So 2nd down and 5, ball at the 22?
That's correct.
No, that's the 17.
Trips left, quick handoff. McCormick takes it behind his offensive line, and he's going to get a variable minimal gain on an off tackle right.
Yeah, running behind big Jackson Norman right there. 6'6", 310 pounds.
Mason will need to get to the 12.5-yard line. I have it right now at about the 15.5-yard line. 3rd and 3 for the Comets.
Last time on a 3rd and short, they went I formation. This time they stay in the shotgun.
Motion out, they're going to look, pump and go. Jack Cooper over top. Incomplete, but there's flags on the play.
Yeah, hitch and go. They had the matchup. They wanted the 6'6" against the 5'10". Hitch and go. He had a little bit of time, let him out there, but great job by the defensive back. Can't really see the number on that. That might have been Williamson. One-on-one. If you cannot get the ball, he grabs the arm and they get a pass interference in the end zone.
Doesn't matter where it is in high school. Regardless, there is no spot foul, so it's just going to be a half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal for the Mason Comets.
Keep running these quick hitters, really not taking away the pass rush from Colerain.
2 up top. Off tackle, gives it to McCormick. He breaks through 1 tackle, still on his feet, across the goal line. Touchdown, Mason Comets to open the game.
7:27 Mason Comets strike first, a 7-yard gain just right up the middle. They take it right to the Colerain Cardinals, and they're up 6-0 early in this game. Really mixed the run and the pass very well right there. Colerain really not stopping them too many times on any of those plays.
Comets line up. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. And it was 7:27 to play here in the first quarter. Colerain Cardinals trailing the Mason Comets 7-0.
Putting the pressure on this Colerain offense early. Colerain hasn't played a lot of games from behind yet. Down with that first drive, first score, 7:27, first quarter.
So the Comets take their opening drive the length of the field for a touchdown. And they will set the kickoff here.
Yeah, Brooks Curran, your field goal kicker, also handles the kicking duties for the Mason Comets. Jalen Thomas and Sean Williamson back for the Colerain Cardinals. Be curious to see if the Colerain's done a good job so far with returns this year. A lot of teams kicking away from him. Be curious to what Mason's plans are tonight. Well, we'll find out.
Curran's kick is up and away. It's going to be not very high, but it's going to be long enough into the end zone. The Cardinals will start their own 20-yard line.
All right, so Colerain Cardinals, as we said, they had a quarterback controversy to start the season, but not this deep. Freddie Johnson is going to be leading your Colerain Cardinals. Your starters across the front, Zach Stegmuller, Dalen Pert, Ace Ehrenschwender, Cameron Carnes, and Elijah Malik up front. Your tight ends, we're probably not going to see too much of Beavers and Elijah Ford. They're playing a lot of defense over there. But you can see Flowers in the backfield, Jalen Thomas in the backfield. We'll see a little bit of Hamza Abdul Wahid back there.
Abdul Wahid at the fullback position behind Freddie Johnson. Jalen Thomas in motion, handoff. Abdul Wahid met at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
No gain. We saw it last week that the sophomore got to start. Last week, he had a couple of fumbles early. Wahid came in the game, and he doesn't have the size, but he hits that hole quick. But really, with no hole to go through on that play.
Falls forward for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Motion man, Shannon Murray takes it, jet sweep, looks to go outside, cuts it back in, still on his feet, across the 25, down to about the 27, a little set up 3rd and short for the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, ball spotted at the 28, they need to the 30. Well, nope, they moved back to the 27.
3rd and 3. Cardinals moving quick, handoff. Jalen Thomas makes a man miss in the backfield, cuts it back, got some space, down the sidelines, across the 50, 41 man to beat, stays him, beats him, down the sidelines, Jalen Thomas, 6 points.
73-yard Jalen Thomas, a little trap play coming on the outside counter, finds a little bit of hole in what we've seen from him all year. He's not the fastest guy in the field, he's very fast. But you can't get him with arm tackles. Very barrel-chested. If you don't wrap him up, he's going to run through that. That's what he does. Good angle by the safety, Mason Comets, but he runs through that. Runs strong at 73 yards. The long, methodical drive by the Mason Comets is answered by the quick strike Colerain offense. 6:11 left to play. Extra point pending.
Maybe you thought, though, that the Mason could stop them. That was a quick 3-and-out possibility for that they had forced to have all the momentum. But how quickly Jalen Thomas. They hand him in the backfield, and he bounces off of it, finds some space, and goes down the sidelines. Snap has just got down with the hold. It's up. It's good. And with 6:11 to play here in the first quarter, it's your Colerain Cardinals tied with the Comets of Mason, 7-7.
A great play there. Tyler Prather, your backup quarterback's your holder on that. And if he's not 6'2", he reached out to make a great catch and got the ball down.
Here's the important thing as well. his knee he had to make a stretching catch, and his knee did not come off the ground.
Right.
As the holder, if his knee would have came off the ground, he takes the knee back down. He's down. The play is done. They don't get the extra point off.
Nice. Nice observation. I did not know that.
Well, I mean, if you take a knee in any other circumstance,
right?
Unless you've already started with a knee.
Once you've come up, you've become a runner.
Yeah.
All right. So Cameron Knotts could be teeing it up again at his own 40. Again back, Weinstraat and Lewis for the Mason Comets. Popped it up last time. Jackson Orlando. It's about the area where Cameron Knotts likes to kick the ball.
Again, pop-up kick into the corner. Taking about the 6-yard line, trying to find some space. He's got it. Cuts back, open field for the Mason Comet returner. He is finally going to be drugged down, but not before it's at midfield. And you might add 15 more for a scholar tackle.
Yeah, he popped it up that time, but got a little bit deeper, and maybe that's why they haven't been keep kicking it deep. The coverage was not there. Well blocked in the middle. They're going to add 15 onto that. Cameron Knott, the converted soccer player kicker, takes him down. Just kind of sprawled out there, used his wingspan. He might have got a little bit of, was it a horse collar or was it a face mask?
One of the two, but the young man returned it. Albert Wiestrach has not gotten up.
Well, I know in practice the usually converted soccer players, they'll all they do is kick the ball. I don't think they have tackling drills for our kickers. But what he does, you stop it at any means.
It will mean that the Mason Comets start this drive on the 37-yard line. And let's be clear, the Colerain 37, not their own 30. Nope, I'm sorry, their own 36. Colerain Cardinal 36.
Running on his own strength right there. That's good to see. Weisenstraw.
So the Cardinals special teams allows the big return and puts the Cardinal defense in a unfavorable position to start this second drive.
Yeah, didn't have much success stopping this diversified offense for the Mason Comets. Run the pass. They mix it up well. See if Colerain makes any adjustments.
Handoff left side, finding some space again as McCormick reaches ahead. It'll be close to another Mason Comet first down.
Yeah, coming from the outside, almost makes the tackle. It's Brandon Sinclair, safety. But strong run, runs through the arm tackle, picks up 8.
So far, Comets using that big offensive line to push forward. Nolan McCormick with a carry of 8. Brown, step back, drop. He looks, sets up screen. It's not there, and he'll just throw it away.
Does he throw it past the line? Yes, he does. Okay. Nice read by, it looked like the whole defensive line read screen right away. You can kind of mix it up. When you're second and short, you got a lot of plays to pick from. If they catch Colerain.
There is a late penalty flag on the field.
Got a lineman downfield, or I think they're asking too what I asked. Did the ball go past the line of scrimmage when he threw it away?
Or it could be a sideline warning on the Cardinals. A legal man downfield.
Okay, so that's. So Colerain is. They started off there. It was a 2nd and 3, or 2nd and 2, with the illegal man downfield. Just a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty, third down, 7.
So from 3rd and 2, now it's 3rd and 7. See if Colerain can just kind of pin their hair back and get after the quarterback here, because this is probably a passing situation. An interesting part of the field. It might be 2-down territory this early. $5:10 left to play in the first quarter. It's 7-7.
Comets going to come out, trips to the right, open side of the field. Colin Brown with McCormick to his right. And there's your 5 yards right back.
Yeah, cool. They go hard count. They get Corleone and they get JT right there, or excuse me, LT Johnson. Both guys closest to the ball on the defensive line go for the hard count.
And in that exchange, all that happens is Mason just got an extra down. Because you accept that penalty, it repeats the down, so it'll be 2nd and 2 instead of 3rd and 2 for the Comets.
So you can pretty much take those last 2 plays off the books. So we're at where we were 3 plays ago.
To the right, 1 to the left, shotgun for the Comets. Brown takes it up the middle. McCormick met in the backfield by Dante Corleone. And I saw a flag fly.
The flag thrown in near the offensive line. Corleone got a great stop. That's in the area of holding.
And that's what they call.
Yeah, he split both defenders. His first step, the UC signee.
No, he's not a UC signee. He's just off.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
I know I am. Thank you. So
it is still 2nd down for the 3rd time.
Spot foul will be 2nd and 11. So the 4th consecutive play, it will be 2nd down for the Mason Comets. Trips to the right, open side. Thomas bringing the pressure. Brown looks into the flat, hits Artis, and he is going to get
1 yard.
1 yard, if that. Nope, probably no gain at the spot of the foul.
Yeah, Pace flies up, makes initial contact. He gets loose. But a nice play. Xavier Kendall gets the cleanup. Yeah, they're only going to give him about a half yard on that.
Jalen Thomas does his job. He doesn't get to the quarterback, but he forces the ball out. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Comets.
Yeah, this Colerain defense, that's what they do. They challenge their cornerbacks and their safety pretty much one-on-one. Weak side, outside linebacker, or safety a lot of times. They're coming on every play.
So Brown, shotgun. Steps back, he looks, he's under pressure, under duress, into the hands of Donovan Owens and Dante Corleone.
Yeah, both defensive linemen we've got a late flag coming in. There's not a lot of Colerain players in that area. They had walked away and they were celebrating. I don't know if they got excessive celebration or if there's something said, because there wasn't a Colerain player within 8 to 10 yards of the referees when he threw that flag. Are they going to penalize the Mason Comets for saying something there?
I believe that is the case.
Yeah.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
After the play, so that's adding 15 yards onto that sack. How about to say that? There wasn't a Colerain player in the area. They were surrounded by a sea of white.
Yeah, so,
wow, what a field-changing penalty and play that is. That brings it all the way back to the 42-yard line of the Mason Comets.
Now for them, they only need to get to the 26 for a first down.
4th down, 32.
They're
Colin Brown, it may look like they're in.
No, their quarterback's their kicker.
I was about to say, their quarterback is their punter. So they don't really go to a punt formation. They kind of go to this squib kick. Cardinals jump off sides.
Penalty flags.
So we have a 5-yard penalty on the Cardinals.
Man, Jalen Thomas on the outside, I believe, was the offending Cardinal.
Colin Brown, even though it looks like he's in shotgun formation, it's really punt formation for the Comets. Deshaun Pace back deep.
Well, I always like to watch when you got a quarterback to do that. They're usually about 2 yards deeper than their normal snap distance.
He's not really. He's kind of.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but he is now. A little bit, not much. Pace is setting up right at the 25.
Not much of a kick, but it'll do the job for the Comets. They'll down it right inside, in between the 20 and 25-yard line. And that's what the Cardinals will take over for their second possession of the first quarter.
Yeah, we've seen the non-traditional kick right there from, the rugby-style kick by Lawson Sandusky from Colerain. Their quarterback right there, he was just kind of turned a direction. It wasn't really a rugby-style kick or what a traditional kick. It was just, I'm not letting you return it. I'm kicking it away from the return man. Wouldn't mind to see Colerain maybe put two guys back there next time, kind of split them off.
That was a really good kick if they were playing rugby and he was trying to kick ahead and the up man could have actually caught that and went forward.
No one cares about rugby.
But no, I'm just saying that's where the rule would have come from. Anyways.
Colerain gets the ball at their own 25. 3:12 left to play in the first quarter. We got a tie ball game, 7-7.
Thomas in motion, speed option, pitch, takes it. Thomas with a head of steam going, gets to the outside, falls forward, first down Cardinals.
His angle was cut off. Nice play coming up there was Michael Rowe. But no, he gets stepped aside. He's forced out of bounds, but not after a first down and 11 yards.
So a little wrinkle there. Cardinals don't go to the fullback.
And how about this? Colerain huddling.
They did that the first drive, too.
I didn't notice it the first drive, though, because the first drive was only, what, 2 plays?
Three
plays.
High formation for the Cardinals.
Nope. Back to the wing.
Nope, now they move at it. Murray in motion. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Jalen Thomas almost caught it. Incomplete.
I tell you what, he was eyeballing Thomas that entire time, well covered, tried to thread the needle. Good play by the defensive back. But if he looked down the middle of the field, the safeties had cheated so much. He had the big sophomore streaking right down the middle.
Here's the thing. Jalen Thomas wasn't open. Neither was Isaiah Myers. But there was 2 to 3 Mason comments.
3 guys on Thomas, one-on-one with your 6'4" sophomore. But I do like the play call. Keep the linebackers from cheating up too much, so it's a 2nd down and 10.
Handoff up the middle. Hamza Abdul-Wahid falls forward. It's a gain of about 6.5, 7 for Abdul-Wahid.
Good push up front on that. If Wahid is, I wish he was 190 pounds. We don't get to see. We haven't had too many big fullbacks. He runs hard. What I like about him, though, he hits that hole with a quick first step.
Cardinals quickly to the line. No false motion. Fall forward by the Comets.
Play clock down to 9. It's 5.
Cardinals get the check from the play and the line. Step back throw, looks to throw, not there. Freddie Johnson steps back, and he's sacked.
Don't like that play call series. They tried to, we like to see him mix it up right there. We know Freddie Johnson can throw the ball, but you've been successful and you running the ball. You go 2 passes right there, and that's your 3rd and out. 1:30 left to play.
So Lawson Sandusky back to punt.
Nolan McCormick is back for the Comets.
Sandusky gets a nice punt along. Going to be fair caught by McCormick at his own 33-yard line.
Decent kick, no return, but you like Sandusky. We've seen a couple of these get loose and 50 and 60-yard kicks. He was disgusted with the 35, 38-yard kick right there, but change of possession, 1:08 in this first quarter. We're still tied at 7-7. Both teams still scored on their first possession. Both of them kind of really did nothing on their second possession, and here comes the Mason Comets setting up at their own 34 for their 3rd possession.
Colin Brown takes it, looks quick out to the tight end, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play.
They had a little different formation right there. They got just 2 wide receivers, and they lined up 2 tight ends right there. Just a quick release, giving Colerain a little bit of different look. Nice play call.
Ryan Beavers, your tight end converted to middle linebacker with the tackle.
Colerain's made some changes in the last couple of weeks with Mike Best, your star linebacker, out. Probably, I believe, for the season.
And up the middle to McCormick. He is close to the first down, but he's still going to be about 1.5 yards short.
Got another Comet down.
Elijah Ford on the tackle.
Elijah Ford had made that tackle. That looks like Tyler Welsh, their offensive lineman, the senior. No, it's 56. It's not 66. 56 is not on the roster. Here we go. That's one of those guys that switched his jersey. Jackson Petruccelli.
Listed as a running back.
Running back, offensive lineman. I believe he's playing that left side guard next to the big offensive tackle. You know, if you've got he's listed here at 5'10", 205 as a running back. So your quick guard, he's a tough kid.
You want a couple scores while we have the injury timeout?
Sure do. That's
Sure.
our producer, Mike, right now. We got some scores?
Yeah, we have Fairfield that's up 7-0 over Sycamore. Hamilton and Middletown are tied 7-7. Let's see what else we got here. Well, we got Ross over Little Miami 14-0. Harrison jumped out quick 20-0 over Franklin County, Indiana. You got any other ones there? Brandon?
Dakota West and East are tied 0-0.
Well, yeah.
Petruccelli's up walking off the field, but a noticeable limp.
And LaSalle leads St. X 6-0.
And Witten Woods over Elder 7-6.
That'd be a game that I'd like to watch tonight. 3rd and 1. They got to get to their own 49. Ball spotted at the 48. They've gone to an I formation again. Power football.
On this 3rd and short, clocks roll. Play action. Colin Brown, but he lost the ball in the play action, and he's just going to have to fall on.
Oh, he puts the ball, as he said, tries to fake it to the running back, but the running back knocks it out of his hand, and that ball fall goes all the way back to the 30-yard line. A huge, huge, huge mistake. That's going to bring up 4th down and 15.
And a good play call. I don't know if it was going to be there, because that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here at Colerain High School, it's your Colerain Cardinals 7, the Comets of Mason 7.
It's a tale of a couple possessions right here. Both teams on their first possession marched down. Mason Comets methodically worked down, was it about a 9-10 yard play? Colerain just takes 3 plays to answer, and from that, it has just been an offensive mess from both sides. But one thing is, with them, both teams running the ball, that's a quick clock. Colerain only having 2 possessions that entire quarter. Every possession matters. And as you said earlier, it's not like it's we're in Hamilton last week where they're purposely running down the clock. Mason's not doing that. Colerain's not doing that. It's just good hard-nosed defense from both teams at this point.
The U.S. Army will donate $2,500 to Colerain High School and will present.
So again, don't adjust your camera. If you see the Colerain Cardinals with the orange spats on and the orange tape, it's Joe Bertram night. The Colerain teacher lost his battle with cancer, is going to raise money for his foundation tonight. So that'll bring on the quarterback to punt again.
Colin Brown,
Jack Cooper.
although it doesn't look like it, is set to kick.
Yeah, Colin Brown. Pace is really not playing that deep as far as punt coverage, so I guess scouting knows that he doesn't kick deep, he just kicks away from him. Do you pick a side?
Well, that one he got all of. That one's going to go deep. Bounce, keep going, and it is going to end up in the end zone.
Wow. He kicks it past pace. That's what I want to say. Why not put 2 guys back there? Whatever side pace decides to go, he's just kicking away from him. And what that ball had, about a 40-yard roll to it, and just died past the goal line into the end zone, about a half yard into the end zone.
It was about a 60-yard punt. Unfortunately for the Comets, it was only 59 yards to the end zone.
So Colerain takes over their first position of this second half at their own 20.
Second quarter.
Colerain showing the I formation for the first time.
Motion, pitch, outside, looking for somewhere to go. Jalen Thomas not there initially, spins away, still on his feet, and the rest of the Comets there.
Thomas, the ball carrier.
Just a minimal gain for Thomas.
They're going to give him 2 on that carry.
Gain of 2 brings up second down that week.
Hamza is still in the backfield.
Dummy motion for the Cardinals. Handoff, Bradley takes it, hit initially, still on his feet, falling forward across the 25 to the 26.
Yeah, good job on the outside. He was looking to get out there, but he was turned by it was Ryan May, number 24. Turns him inside. The backside pursuit catches him up, limits his gain, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Oh, no, they gave me even more than I thought they did. The Cardinals just need the 30-yard line for the first down.
About time for Jalen Thomas coming back this way.
And everyone here knows that's what's going to happen.
The counter.
Yep. Speed option, gets it outside. No blocking there for Thomas, and he's run out of bounds. And it'll be 4th down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the wide receiver is on that side. They strung that option out like you were supposed to. And takes the quarterback. Linebacker takes the pitch man. The safety comes up, and they lose a yard to Lawson Sandusky. 4th and 5, going to be kicking from about his own 10-yard line. Nolan McCormick just across, setting up at their own 40.
Slow snap, and Sandusky gets it, and he gets off a booming kick. McCormick fair catches at his own 36.
That's 2 punts. McCormick, I'm not sure if it's predetermined, if he's just going to catch the ball or not. He had a little bit of space there. If it's predetermined that he's going to fair catch it or not, but a nice hit. Changes field a little bit. 37-yard line for the Mason Comets.
So about a net gain of 4 yards between those 2 punts and possessions in favor of the Comets. First down. Tight end in motion, handoff. McCormick tries to find space, and he's not going to find any. In fact, he's going to lose about 2 yards in the play.
Yeah, they tried to go off that left side. Not sure if the offensive lineman got hurt earlier, still out of the ballgame. Yes, he is still.
LT Johnson.
So LT Johnson makes the play. Straight dive.
Second down, 11.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Comets. Not what they want to do. They want to keep this a very manageable situation and don't want to set up these situations where it's 2nd and 3rd down and long to go. Under center is Brown now. Play action, keeps it, looks. He's got wide open over the middle, but Deshaun Pace is right there in front, and he's got a blocker out in front. Still on his feet. Finally runs out of space, but not before he gets into the Mason Comet 25-yard line.
First big turnover of the night. They go play action. They try to release that tight end. He was lined up in the backfield just off the offensive line this time and in that same area. Pace reads it right away, almost like the ball was made to come to him, and he makes the easy pick and a nice return. Great field position for this Colerain Cardinals. 8:47 left to play till halftime. They're at the Mason Comet 26.
And Jalen Thomas again does his job. He doesn't get to the quarterback, but he forces that pressure, and really Brown throws it across his body, and he had a man, but having to throw it across the body kind of floats on him, and Pace just playing center field picks it off.
Yeah, they ran a play action. It was almost looked like a screen at first, but they did release the tight end right there.
Switching it up, going Wildcat package. Deshaun Pace now in at quarterback. Fakes it. Jalen Thomas. Pace keeps it, and he's got about 4 yards on the play.
Pace the ball carrier.
That's one thing when you've got him coming a Wildcat. Is that an actual read that he's making? Or is he does fake the ball to the running back coming across in motion, but it's really a yard and a half from him when he makes that fake. But that whether it's predetermined or not, successful play, he gains almost 5.
Flip it around, Thomas now on the other side. This time they hand it off. Thomas hit initially, and he's not going to get by. Not a very good block there on the edge by Elijah Ford.
Taylor Evans was in on the tackle.
Yeah, the Achilles heel of the Colerain team, and everybody's talking about, is the offensive line really hasn't been overly dominant. Freddie Johnson's been coming back into the ballgame in this 3rd down conversion. Mass substitution. They're bringing in the tank.
Tank formation. They're going to go heavy up front.
Tell you this new play clock rule where they give them 40 seconds when they spot the ball. If you can time that, you can really.
Timeout. Colerain Cardinals.
You see Elijah Ford jump up on that timeout. I believe they might have been thrown to the tight end at that point. Yeah, Colerain runs a lot of plays out of this tank, but mostly it's set up for power football.
And it's interesting. I think both coaches there were trying to call a timeout. I don't know exactly sure what Colerain reason was, but I know Mason was running about 2 or 3 guys off the field as Cardinals got under center.
Yeah, late. They both. You're right. Absolutely correct. They both had late substitution, and when the whistle went off for the timeout, I thought it was Mason that called the timeout. In Cameron Ott's field goal range, but you don't want to settle for a field goal at this point. This tank formation, as I said, we bring in a couple of defensive linemen and a couple of linebackers back there and just overpower one side. They can run behind that. They can throw out of it. They run counters out of it.
So 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals at the 24-yard line. They need the 16 for a 1st down. Handoff, Hamza Abdul-Reed off tackle, breaks one, still got a man, drags him down inside the 10 to the 9 for a 1st down.
That was a new look right there. They had both. A lot of times they got the defensive lineman back up as fullback. They had pace and more athletic guys up there as lead blockers, and right before the play they shifted both of them over. So where Mason Comets had overloaded that left side, it became hat on the right side, and the blocks were made. 1st down and goal. 7 minutes to play until halftime.
Now it's going to be a straight handoff pace. He bounces outside, cuts it back in. He's inside the 5, down to the 2. And then even another wrinkle. That time, no tank package. It's still the same personnel, but now they go with 2 tight ends, I formation, and just hand it off to Deshaun Pace.
Well, they've overloaded that left side. You talk 2 tight end formation. They've really brought 3 defensive tackles on the left side along with Elijah Ford. So your entire defensive line, and they run away from it to the weak side, and Pace takes it in from 2 yards.
Falling behind Hamza Abdul-Wahid, Deshaun Pace for 6 points.
6:31 till halftime. Colerain takes advantage of the turnover. Deshaun Pace makes the interception. Deshaun Pace makes the touchdown. It's 13-7. Cameron Ott is on for the extra point.
Sandusky to snap, Prather to hold. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick.
No good.
No good. So with 6:31 to play at half, it's the Colerain Cardinals 13, the Comets of Mason 7.
Yeah, never like to miss the extra point. There was lots of pressure right up the middle. Not sure if he got a hand on it or not. There was a Mason Comet came right up the middle. So he either just got a finger on it, or Cameron Ott lift his head up because he sees the white jersey coming through the sea of red. Now with the lead, 13-7, 6:31 to halftime.
Lewis and Wiegenstrach back deep for the Comets.
Man, as I said, Cameron Ott like that pop-up. He likes it outside the hashes to the yard marker. He usually kicks it about to the 15. Well, that's where they've got both that return man. I'd almost like to see maybe a squib right down the middle of the field.
Kick again. Wiegenstra's going to take it about the 11-yard line, try to find some space. He's slowed down by one Cardinal, gets by him, not by the second, as he gets slowed down and brought down at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure who. I'm trying to get a number there. The gunner on the outside. Is that 42? Yeah, that's.
Go ahead, try.
That's our man, Temishgan Kamza. How about that? That's close, but there's no M's in Kam. I think it's Casa. Mason Comets at their own 20 to start this series.
Brown takes it, fakes it, quick look. Jack Cooper has some space, and he's squished, but not before he picks up a Comet first down.
One-on-one to the outside, just that quick, skinny post. Steps inside the defensive back. Pace is there to take him down, but not before he gets to the 38-yard line, and a first down for the Mason Comets. Said it early, the cornerbacks from Colerain are on an island. You play one-on-one, you got 5'10", 5'10" against 6'4", 6'6". Given about an 8-yard cushion.
Handoff again, McCormick looking for space. He's going to cut it back, breaks one tackle, breaks the second, and he's got about 8 yards on the carry.
Yeah, don't see that too often. He just lowers his shoulder. Xavier Kendall is there to make the stop, but gets trucked by the running back right there. He picks up 8.
Officially 7 on the carry.
Ball spotted at the Mason 46.
Handoff, McCormick patiently waiting, never really got a full head of steam. He's not going to get no game, but he'll get a very minimal game. Caught about a half yard, it'll be third down.
Another Mason Comet down. Very physical play up front there. They just went straight at the Colerain offense. I believe it's another offensive lineman. They did pick up one, make it third down and 1. So up to his feet. Noticeable limp, but walking out on his own. That's Nicholas Brown. Again, another one of your offensive linemen hobbled early in the game.
So last time we had a third and short, basically 3rd and 1, similar, almost an identical position going the other way. Comets went play action and quarterback fumbled the football. Let's see what the Comets have in store here.
Just
quarterback sneak real fast. And
he's got it.
At the spot, he's got a first down.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the quarter sneak, especially when you've got such a big quarterback. Colin Brown listed 6'4", 210. He needs a yard as he just leans forward. Four minutes left to play till halftime.
Comets have no real sense of urgency, nor that they need one. Plenty of time here. Play in the first half. Colin Brown looks into the flat. He's got McCormick with some space and a good tackle in open field by Devontae Kiner.
Yeah. Slipped out of the backfield. Kiner takes him down after a 2-yard gain. That's a matchup on the outside too. Kiner had to cover the big 6'6" wide receiver.
Number change. That's Kenny Willis.
We have the most updated roster that we've been given. So if we're wrong, we're wrong. But 29 made the tackle. It's 2nd down and 8.
McCormick again, play action. Looks to
That ball
Cooper,
came loose.
and Williamson knocks it away.
Using his big body, Cooper, 6'4", just runs a little in, but Williams comes up, reaches around, knocks the ball loose. 3rd down. They're going to need 8 yards. They need almost to the Colerain 41. The clock stops with 3:08 left to play till halftime. Colerain clinging to a 13-7 lead. Mason Comets said they've got a lot of play action on 3rd down and long. Colerain's made him pay a couple times. 4 wide receivers.
Cardinals bringing pressure, and Donovan Owens and Elijah Ford
And
swallow up the quarterback.
yeah, Corky Owen was there too. 3, you like to give half sacks, but this one with 3rd sacks is almost finding the quarterback have a part hit the ball. They were there, but even before he can get his feet down to set.
So 4th and 14. Oh, nope, 4th and 14.
Colerain still with 2 timeouts left. They're not going to stop the clock with 2:30 left to play on this 4th down.
Again, Brown with a kick, and again, it's going to be nowhere near Pace. It's going to roll. Pace picked it up, and they're going to.
The Mason Comet touched it first.
That was probably ill-advised, but it'll be downed at the 8-yard line. But first, I thought Pace touched it ill-advisedly.
He reached down. I think he changed his mind halfway to reach down, but the Mason Comet did touch it down as he took it from his hands. And what this punter's doing, he's not even trying to kick it high. It's just directional kick and good, looking for an end-over-end roll. They need to put 2 return men back here and split the field.
The Cardinals will have, but by formation, by staying in an offensive formation, they don't really let you put 2 guys back there. They're forcing you to
go one less lineman. You can still cover the guys on the outside. So from their own 9.
Handoff Bradley, trying to find some space, trying to get the edge, cuts it inside. He's going to pick up about 6-7 yards. Cardinals have a little over 2 minutes to go, 92 yards here.
Yeah, just to stretch the outside Mason Comets. They want to contain and take away the big play, do a good job there, limit him to 7 on the carry.
Quickly to the line of the Cardinals. Johnson keeps it, strung it out too long, and he's forced to cut it back for no gain.
Yeah, Mason does a great job. They're just a simple option there, and they're not coming upfield. They're playing laterally. They'll give them 1 or 2 yards at a time, but they not want to give up the big crease.
Interesting that Mason doesn't utilize one of their timeouts here with 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals, trying to preserve some time for their own.
Yeah, 1:20 left to play. All 3 of their – no, they've got 2 timeouts left, right? So Colerain runs a tight formation. We've got 7 left on the play clock.
Timeout. Colerain.
A little bit of indecision right there, deep in your own territory, so you don't want to take too many chances and turn the ball over. But with Mason not calling a timeout right there, they kind of let the clock run. It's down to 1:07 left to play. So Colerain came up to the line of scrimmage with a thoughts in mind. I'm not sure where the indecision was, though. Didn't like the formation they saw, but we knew they weren't going to do anything out of the ordinary. They were just going to run some type of option. This will give them time to think about it.
At their location in Mount Healthy. There will be live animals, carry drives, and live music.
So again, if you're listening at home, like what you hear, you want to give a shout out, you can give us an email at radio@wearecolerain.com. Also right there in the live chat. Both teams break the huddle. Ball spotted at the Colerain 14-yard line. They got to get to the 19. 1:07 left to play. Till half. Lots of movement up front. Colerain goes in motion, tries to draw the Mason Comets off, but I believe one of their offensive linemen moved before the Mason Comets. They're going to lose 5 on that play.
Becomes 3rd and 9.
hate to see you call a timeout, you bring your players to the side, you talk about what you do, and you go out there and you don't execute.
5-yard penalty, Colerain. 3rd down, 9.
So tight formation, back to the wing.
Johnson sends a man in motion. Handoff, fullback counter. Hamza stays on his feet. And Hamza going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Unfortunately, they lost 5 yards on the penalty, and a timeout by the Mason Comets. It will be 4th down and 4 for the Colerain Cardinals inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, 58 seconds left. Lawson Sandusky, they're going to bring on the punter at this situation. Probably too deep in their own territory.
It's not a good spot for a fake.
Not a good spot for a fake. You knew it was coming. But a great athlete right there. If they overplay one side, he is one of yours, I believe, a 3rd-string quarterback and a 2nd-string wingback. Lots of athleticism. But I said, too deep in your own territory. So far, we have seen no return. All fair catches by Nolan McCormick. Mason Comets have, they got pressure on that extra point up the middle. See if they're going to be coming after Sandusky on this. Sandusky's going to be set up in his own end zone.
Snap back, Sandusky gets it away. It's a low line drive. McCormick's going to have to let it bounce. And it's going to take a Cardinal bounce across the 50. Still's going to roll.
Oh, as long as it's moving. It kind of took a little bit of stop there and was rolling sideways, but you can eat up a few more seconds. It started kind of rolling back a half-yard back towards the Colerain territory.
So the Comets will have 46 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with here.
And I'd almost like to see him right there. If it's not, as long as it's moving, the clock's moving. So Mason Comets been dinking and dunking in their pass plays. They have run one hitch and go. The Colerain, a little bit different defense. Their safeties are playing a little bit deeper right here. So you can get a pass rush just by bringing the 3 defensive line.
And it's a little Statue of Liberty play going the other way to McCormick. He flips over top. He's brought down. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down mark. That's good for the Cardinals because the clock will continue to run.
Yeah. Down to 30 seconds left to play.
Good play call by the Mason Comets, but a good defensive play keeps the clock rolling.
As report was technical Cardinals.
Look, sidelines and dropped.
Passes incomplete.
Intended for Dardis, and he just dropped it.
Clock still running. They need to put about 4 seconds back on the clock.
They're not going to get those 4 seconds back because the referees aren't stopping to play.
Mason Comets' coaching staff is trying to get the referees. Yeah, they got their attention right there. Official time is kept on the field, so any indiscretion with the clock will be corrected. A referee's timeout. So he's going to come to talk to Coach Cutright. The referees aren't mic'd, so I think they're just trying to get the message up to the booth for how many seconds to put back on this clock.
$19 seconds on the clock, and they're ready to go.
One of the referees catch one of the Mason coaches come out there. There's not a lot of huddle up. One of the coaches trying to sneak on there, talk to his quarterback, but why not close to their sideline? So here are 3rd down and 1, 19 seconds left to play. Still halftime, ball on the Colerain 46.
And false start.
Yep,
Mason.
7 on the outside. Jack Cooper flinched a little bit. clock doesn't move, so it really doesn't matter. That's just 5 more yards. Don't really at third down and short. Didn't think they'd be running forward anyway. They need to get a big chunk of yards to get into field goal range.
Cardinals. Lots of linebackers and DBs deep. Just going to try to rush it, blitz a couple here. Where's it coming from for the Comets? Step back, look, up the middle. Jack Cooper has it. He's going to get down to the 34. He's tackled with 12 seconds.
And the Mason Comets going to move their last timeout. And the coach comes running out on the field to complain about the clock. It was running, but the official clock is on the field, not the scoreboard. But I believe he's going to get a personal foul on the Mason Comets coach. So whatever yardage they got there is going to be, looks like they're going to take away 15. Not sure if it was what he said to the official right there, but he was past the numbers.
So, in all the confusion, still have no idea what's going on.
Should be about 8 seconds left on the clock. Oh, they put 12?
Should be 12.
That was about 12. The ball was caught at the 30 and tackled at the Colerain 33, but there was a flag thrown after the play. So they've spotted the ball.
They're waving off the flag.
Waving the flag off. That's a big call right there.
Yeah.
With the time back on the clock, they've got a chance for 2 plays right here. But they are burned out of timeouts. Coach Cutright wants an explanation, I believe, why the flag was picked up.
Interception.
Not sure if Coach Cutright is happy with the discussion, but stands as called. Ball spotted at the Colerain
Now, I
34.
Was the timeout actually called? Because if not, the clock should run.
Well, scoreboard says there's still 2 timeouts. They should have 1.
Cardinals look. Jack Cooper going to get it, but there'll be a flag on the play.
Is there a little defensive holding, or are we going to have a push off by Cooper?
Jack Cooper.
Holding offense.
Our penalty flags. Holding Mason.
Looked like there was another flag down near the reception, too.
No, he just threw it all the way from back there.
Okay.
So that penalty is a big one.
Yeah, it's a spot foul from the line of scrimmage.
What was first down for the Comets inside the 25 is now first down at the 48-yard line. And also, importantly, 4 seconds ran off the clock.
Colerain has gone 3, really sitting their safeties deep on this one.
They're clearly going to give up the underneath route. LT Johnson, though, is not going to even make it matter. He gets the sack. Comets will let the clock run out, and that will do it for the first half here at Colerain High School. LT Johnson with the exclamation point ends the half. Cardinals 13, Comets 7.
Watch the clock. We'll come back with about 5 minutes left, and we'll bring you scores and updates from around the city. For Brandon and Brian Wyatt, we'll see you after half.
Okay, tonight's football throw for dough attempt is sponsored by the Cardinals Credit Union, which is open to all Colerain students, alumni, and family members with the goal of furthering financial education and responsible money management. Cardinals Credit Union is empowered by the Cincinnati Police Federal Credit Union. Tonight's participant is Papa Dial. If Papa makes the ball through the hoop, he will win $50. All right, Papa, let her throw. That was a good try. For more information about the Cardinals Credit Union, please stop by the kiosk in the cafeteria at lunchtime, Tuesday through Friday, for our branch on Springdale Road, right next to Red Lobster. We have an inhaler in the press box. George, come and see us.
You darn right.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Colerain High School, the Colerain Cardinal Marching Band. The Cardinal Band is led on the field by senior drum major Sam Mikes and Corinne Webster. Tonight, the Cardinal Band is dedicating our halftime show in memory of Mr. Joe Bertram, a dedicated and passionate educator and administrator for both Colerain and Northwest High Schools, who lost his battle with cancer in 2016. Let us all pause in a moment of silence for Joe and his family. Thank you. While the band is setting up, we'd like to invite everyone in Cardinal Nation to come up to Cardinal Stadium tomorrow for the Colerain Band Invitational, which starts at 10 a.m. We'll have 13 bands on campus, and they'll be competing for the coveted title of Grand Champion. So once again, we invite everyone to come up and support your Cardinal Marching Band. Drum majors, is the band ready to perform? In memory of Mr. Bertram, the Colerain Cardinal Marching Band proudly presents to you our show, Atlantis. in your Colerain Cardinal Marching Band. And now, Cardinal fans, we invite you to welcome back to campus our guests for this evening, the Colerain Cardinal Marching Band alumni. As soon as everyone is set out there, we'll begin our set tonight with a hit by legendary 70s rock band Chicago. It's 25 or 6 to 4.
And
Made famous by Wilson Pickett. On your feet, Cardinal
we're back
fans, for
with your first half stats.
Colerain Cardinals hosting the Mason Comets lead 13-7 at the halftime. Both teams have 17 rushes. Mason Comets with only 21 yards. Colerain with 132. Colerain now has attempted one pass, though. No yards. The Mason Comets 9 for 16. So the big discrepancy right here is time of possession and total plays. Mason Comet has run 33 plays for 108 yards. Colerain only 18 plays, 132 yards. Mason Comets have had the ball for 15 minutes and 35 seconds to Colerain's 8:25. Leading rushers for your Colerain Cardinals, Jalen Thomas with the big 73-yard run for the touchdown has 5 carries for 86 yards. Wahid, 4 for 22. Tyus Barley, 3 for 8. Deshaun Pace, 3 for 4. Freddie Johnson does not have an official carry for the year or for the game. For the Mason Comets, rushing, Nolan McCormick has got 10 for 41 with a long of 38 and 1 touchdown. Colin Brown, 7 for 11 for a minus 17-yard carries. Passing, Colin Brown is 9 for 16 for 87 yards and 1 touchdown with a long of 20. Your leading receiver, Jack Cooper, 4 for 58. Nick Molinari, Jack Haglage, and Brett Whatsaback, all with one catch. Colerain has
Freddie Johnson has a carry. He just has less than 3, which makes him the 5th leading rusher.
So leading tacklers for the Colerain Cardinals, Sean Williamson, who's had Jack Cooper one-on-one all night. He's got a total of 6 tackles. Dante Corleone, total of 5 with a sack. Elijah Ford has 4 with a half sack and a half tackle for loss. For the Mason Comets, Cameron Amherst has 3 tackles. Barrick Falk, 2 tackles. Chase Vannell with 2 tackles, and Jack Hagledge with 2 tackles. And I tell you what, one of the biggest field position battles right now is going on with your punters. Colin Brown, your quarterback punter for Mason Comets, has 3 kicks for 145 yards. That's 48-yard average with a long of 70. And what the big thing, not a single return. And Lawson Sandusky on the Colerain side, 3 kicks, 109 yards with 36 yards in care, with a long of 39. And again, no punt returns. Brandon, you got some scores around town?
I do.
Oh, why don't you give them to us?
I'll try. As I quickly write this last one down.
Shortened halftime, we're a man down. Christopher Hemonitis couldn't be here but tonight, so.
Here they are. Come on.
What do you need? You start calling off, I'll look it up.
No, I was going to get a funny one. That wasn't.
You looking up Tippecanoe?
No, Tippecanoe's getting beat by Xenia 24-0 at halftime. Lakota West leads Lakota East 9-0. Fairfield leads Sycamore 17-0. Juton McLean added another 50-plus yard touchdown to his list this year. Hamilton scores late. They lead Middletown 21-17 at half. LaSalle just scored right before half. They lead St. Xavier at half 22-7. Wow. Princeton 27, Oak Hill 7. Winton Woods up on top of Elder 23-21 at half. Turpin leads Anderson 14-7 at half. Elsewhere, Springboro 35, Lebanon 3. Walnut Hills 21, Loveland 14. St. Edwards 20, Football North from Canada 11. Corey Kiner at Roger Bacon has 220 yards and 4 touchdowns. More offense by himself than in the first half.
That's just the first half?
Yeah, just the first half than the Cardinals and Comets have combined tonight. Elsewhere, the Yankees lead the Astros 4-1.
That's all you've got.
That's all I got.
So we put 3 minutes back on the clock. We're down to 2:30 till we start this second half. The Colerain Cardinals, as said, clinging to missed extra point. They're only leading by 6 points, 13-7 over the Mason Comets. Colerain had won the toss. They will get the ball to start off with. It's interesting what we'll see the adjustments. Other than the one big play in the shortened field by the turnover, this Colerain offense has been stymied tonight. Great job on the defense side so far. After giving up a first series drive to the Mason Comets where they took it the length of the field, Colerain answered back with 13 points. So that's the chess match that there is in football right now. Is what you do in the locker room at halftime. Only down 1 score, but if Colerain can come out this second half and really put something on the board here, establish a run, get the two-score lead, could really take the wind out of the sails of the Mason Comets.
So with that, the Cardinals take the field. The Comets take the field, and we'll have about 90 seconds before the second half gets underway.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who's listening at home. And again, a reminder, if you want to send us an email, it's radio@wearecolerain.com, or give us a comment there in the chat.
Randy Hunt, class of 92, listening up in Ross. J.J. Davis checking in. Jason Moore checking in. Trent Jewett checking in. Remember that 06-07 team that unfortunately, I don't think they lost that game to Hilliard-Davidson in 06 as much as the wind defeated the Colerain Cardinals that night. I mean, just a couple freak plays gave Davidson that win that night. But that's how Davidson won 2 state championships, on freak plays going
Davidson, about that time, they won the 2 state championships.
And it seemed 06 and 09. And
the coach seemed, every time he'd flipped a coin, 4th and 1, they would call it right every time. Everything went their way for a couple years.
Yeah. Interesting fact about those state championship teams for Hilliard-Davidson. They went for 2 to win their first state championship in 06 with one kid. Same kid's younger brother. They scored a touchdown in the next state championship game to win it. They went for 2 again.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah, really interesting.
Getting ready for the second half.
I had to kill like 30 seconds there. Here we go. Set to
Brooks
kick.
Curran is going to be kicking off.
Is Brooks Curran, Jalen Thomas, and Sean Williamson back deep for the Cardinals.
His only kickoff was unreturnable into the end zone. Onside kick.
And they had it, lost it, scramble. Comets got it.
Both teams are kind of celebrating, but we see that a lot. They came out with an onside kick, and Colerain, he kicked it right at the guy. Colerain up man was running backwards. Mason Comets coming up in a pile. They're asking for it. No, they've called for it, but the referees have not signaled yet.
And
number 36 from the Mason Comets, Miles Jackson. Call him Guido. Comes up with the ball. Onside kick. They're going to take the first possession of this half.
Okay, there's a nickname listed. I'm like, why are you saying call him Guido? There's a pronunciation right there next to his name.
Because it says Miles Jackson.
In parentheses.
I
know, I
Guido.
didn't see that. I'm like, what are you calling this?
I do my research. 30 seconds before the kickoff, I saw that.
So, Comets start the second half with the football.
In Colerain territory at the 42-yard.
It has been the case for the majority of this game. The Comets have just dominating possession. Handoff, McCormick fakes. Brown keeps it. He's got some space, forced out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 6 yards on the play.
I said it early. Yeah, he's not the fleetest of foot. He's a big guy. He delivers a blow right there. But he's not going to run away from everybody. Makes a good decision on the read option. He's going to pick up 6. But I'd overplay that running back almost every time and force him to run the ball.
Cardinals looked to overcompensate on that play. So a little bit different. Sending the outside linebacker Thomas out in coverage and blitzing Pace from the outside. Handoff, McCormick behind that trap, waits. He's hit in the middle, and Xander Kendall with a good tackle to keep him short of the line to gain.
Yeah, he needed 3. He got 1.5.
So 3rd and 2 for the Comets. They need just past the 32-yard line of the Colerain Cardinals.
Well, not holding back on that kickoff going for the onside. This is probably 2-down territory.
Or a good spot for a fake.
You wouldn't fake it on 3rd down.
You could.
You punt right here?
Technically, this is their punt formation. Brown takes the snap, looks. Corleone with some pressure. Cardinals got up the middle, but just enough squeeze. And I think McCormick, maybe not by that spot. He's going to be short.
He got hit and a little bit of extra effort. He did fall forward past the defender, but he's going to be about a yard short.
Maybe Dante Corleone was just so far in the backfield that I thought he was going to get the first down. Yeah, that's not a kind spot at all. I thought he landed a yard ahead of that.
Well, his knee could have been down when he stretched out an extra half yard, but
So it'll be 4th down and 1 for the Comets here. Already have the momentum to start the second half.
7 seconds to get this play off. Quarterback sneak again.
They're going to hand it off deep. McCormick's going to get it for the first down.
Yeah, that play clock was already down to 1. We got a Colerain Cardinal down. Elijah Ford. Lots of contact. That was just a straight dive to McCormick right up the middle.
And the Comets offensive line didn't know what to do. Cardinals know where to go, but they got penetration, but they got squeezed. McCormick able to get that little bit of space on the off tackle and pick up the first down.
Yeah, it looked like they anticipated, like I did, expecting the quarterback sneak again. This time they go outside the guard. And that's where you've got both big tackles, both 310-pound tackles out there. Never like to see this. We're looking at the leg of Elijah Ford.
But he's up very slowly. And not under his own power as he comes off. Elijah Ford comes out. That brings in Jarman, so another linebacker out for the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, 2 of your top linebackers, Elijah Ford, 6'3", 215-pound, kind of plays that hybrid outside linebacker defensive end. Going to test the depth right here at Colerain.
So a sophomore steps in at one outside linebacker position. A tight end moves to the middle linebacker position. Brown fakes it, double move. He's got Jack Cooper over Takashawn Williamson with good recovery to knock it away.
And
no, it's going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct on Jack Cooper.
No, he threw it towards the Colerain player.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Jack Cooper.
No, they're calling it. Yeah, something after the play. He's calling.
So Sean Williamson must have said something after knocking it away.
And it came from the official, not the official that was standing directly next to him. It came from the back judge.
Clearly something. I thought it was going to be on Williamson on Jack Cooper for complaining to the refs he wanted pass interference. But
well, we had the one call that went against the coach of the Mason Comets. The flag was picked up. Not this time. So that'll take the ball all the way down inside the 18.5-yard line.
I can only imagine it was something Williamson said. And one of those words that has zero tolerance, because that flag came out really quickly. Snap back, handoff, McCormick, and he is swallowed up by Donovan Owens immediately. Colerain's defensive line is doing everything tonight for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they haven't had much success between the tackles. It's outside that guard when they go heavy with the extra tight end.
2nd down and 10 for the Comets.
Might have lost a half. No, yeah. Kind of hard to tell from here whether you lost about a half yard or not. But I tell you what, there's nobody on the slot. There it goes. Steps out.
Double move again, looking Jack Cooper right at the sticks. It'll be close to another 1st down.
That's where they use the height right there. Cooper goes out, and is 6'6", and he throws it at about 7 foot. Only he can get to it.
Nope, only about 5 yards, on that play. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Comets. And you wonder if this isn't 4th down territory.
Well, they went for it on the onside kick. They've got nothing to lose right now by taking a chance. Unless they lose yardage here.
Snap back, look, flat, tight end, out ahead, dives forward, ball's loose. They're going to say he's down.
He might have enough for the 1st down, though.
He has enough for the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. Good play go by the Comets, throwing to the tight end of the flat right from the unoccupied spot where the blitz came from.
So straight eyes, power football here.
Handoff, fullback, met in the backfield, falls short of the 1st down, or goal line.
Yeah, Jackson Orlando lines up at fullback, gets the quick handoff. They give him anything on that? No?
Maybe Jarman in for the injured Ford makes the tackle.
Second down, they can do a lot here, only needing one play action.
Handoff, McCormick patient behind his offensive line, and he's in and he's tied the ball game.
So Mason Comets, after an onside kick, catching Colerain by surprise, take it out, not the length of the field, half the length of the field. They didn't need to go that far. They've tied this ball game at 7:20 into the 3rd quarter.
An extra point away from taking the lead. Snap is back, kick is up, kick is good. And with 7:20 to play in the third quarter, the Comets lead the Cardinals 14-13.
Yes, Colerain Cardinal offense has got to come to life. They've had limited touches on the game. As we said, only 18 plays in the first half. And really the only they had a short field after the interception, but take away the big long run earlier. Not much success on the ground for the Colerain Cardinals.
It'll be Curran to kick for the Comets. Thomas and Williamson back deep for the Cardinals. Curran will kick deep this time, and that one will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Cardinals take over their own 20-yard line, trailing by a point.
Yeah, 7:20 in the third quarter. Tell you what, got a good weapon there as a kicker. Taking away the dangerous return man from Colerain Cardinals. Got to make him go 80 yards. Tell you, looking up front here. Defensive lineman here, Joe Reed, number 99, just a junior, 6'3", 320 pounds, anchoring that front.
I formation for the Cardinals. Ray Johnson hands it off. Hamza Abdul-Wahid stays on his feet, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play.
Tell you, their linebackers are way up there. If he breaks that tackle, there's not a safety in the middle of the field. Surprised, almost maybe like to see a pop pass right here. Just a quick seam. Watch how far the safeties are split out and how close they are to the line of scrimmage. But again, you know, your top tight ends are playing defense right now.
I formation again for the Cardinals. Handoff, Hamza, and just can't get off that initial tackle. Good tackle in the open field by Jack Hagling.
Yeah, one of your top tacklers on the team shows right there, close, and he just depleted him right there.
3rd and 3, Cardinals. Hamza had the space, he just couldn't get away. And what a close by the Comets. Again, Hamza this time breaks through that tackle. It's there off tackle, and he's got the Cardinal first down.
And again, not a kind spot. They gave him enough for the first down, but I believe they moved it past where the flag was. And only loses a half yard there, but still first down for the Colerain, just outside their own 30-yard lines. 5:50 left to play in the third.
We'll stay with that I formation. Toss sweep, Jalen Thomas breaks one tackle, still on his feet, gets just back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe got a yard on the play.
Mason Comets are really they're going to force Colerain to throw the ball. They've got their entire team sans one safety within 4 yards, everybody in the box. So even on that toss sweep, if you miss one pitch or one block on that, there are Mason Comets all over that backfield.
2nd and 9, officially gave him a yard.
You got a matchup out here. Mason Comet, the defensive back, going one-on-one.
Step back throw. Isaiah Myers over top. He's there with the catch.
That's what I say. Your 6'4" sophomore receivers. He was blanketed on both sides.
But there's a flag on the field. Holding Cardinals.
They go play action right there. He got rid of that ball awful quick. The referee's flag came out right away. It's going to be a spot foul. So Colerain, got to mix a little something up right now.
Bring the Wildcat package back in. It will be, they'll need the 41. Ball will be at the 24. It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Alex Brown in the ball game, bringing in an extra offensive lineman, Deshaun Pace. Looks like he's going to run the Wildcat.
Hands it off. Jalen Thomas cuts back, still on his feet, cuts back again, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Colerain's struggling to block on the outside. Mason Comets doing a good job turning that inside. Limits him. He's going to get a lot of it back. Back to the original line of scrimmage, make it a 3rd down and 10.
We'll stay with this Wildcat package.
3rd down 10.
Pace throw the ball.
We'll find out here. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll. Looks to throw. Not there, but he's going to.
He's got a lot of room on the outside.
Swings it to the other side of the field. Stays on his feet. Other way. Still going across midfield. 1st down, Colerain Cardinals.
He follows the running back that comes in motion, and he was looking to throw the ball. Good coverage downfield, but everybody went right. Nobody stowed home on the left side. He brings it back against the grain. Makes one nice stiff arm, makes one defender miss. Takes it into Mason Comets territory. The ball's at the 47. Freddie Johnson back in the ball game.
Jalen Thomas gets it, takes it, jet sweep around the outside, stringing it out. The Comets bottle it up.
Getting no push up front. Strung it out, and he had one man to beat, and he had the angle on the outside. Mason Comets doing a good job bottling up this Colerain offense.
They'll lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Thomas just looking for a time to plant his foot and turn up the field, but Mason Comets assignment football, stay in their lanes, give him no room.
Pitch. Johnson keeps it, tucks it back inside, still on his feet. Gets about 4 yards on the play, but the loss on 2nd down makes it a long 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals.
I'll tell you, Mason Comet down on the play. That's big number 9. That's Joe Reed has been plugging up that middle.
3rd down 9.
That's a big body that's been in the middle of this defense. Elijah Ford on the Colerain bench has been out on the injured on the play. Seen walking the sidelines with the trainers. Been a very physical game. There's been 2 offensive linemen from the Mason Comets go down. Didn't see if they came back in the ball game. I didn't write down their numbers.
56 did come back in.
56 back. Let's head down now is Joe Reed, the sophomore, 6'3", 320. The undersized offensive line from Colerain not giving much of a push with that big man in the middle. So again, if you're listening at home, remember, radio at wearecolerain.com.
It'll be
give us a message in the chat. We've got people all over.
Randy, I think I already said Randy.
Yeah, Randy up in Ross.
It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals if they can get Mr. Reed off the field. And he's going to walk slowly off to the sidelines.
So interesting spot on the field for Colerain. The ball is spotted at the Mason 46-yard line. They need to get to the 37 for the first down, but deep enough here. Yeah, I don't. It's too early, maybe too early to go for a 2 down. It all depends on what you pick up here.
Third down. Sandusky in motion. Play action. Looking, Jalen. Jalen Thomas was open. Deshaun Pace was there, but it was Freddie Johnson went to throw. Pace slipped. He just decides not to throw, and it's a sack and 4th down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and with that loss, there's no way they're going for it on 4th down. Loss in Sandusky. This ball comes back to the Colerain 49. They need to get to the 37.
Snap back to Sandusky. Kick is up. McCormick signals fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 21-yard line.
Colerain defense tested right now. They need as much as Mason Comets have been having some time-consuming drives here. We're still in the 3rd quarter, but you're only getting 2 possessions per quarter. Everyone pressures right now. They're Mason Comets with 1:31 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
The way this quarter is going to go, they might only get that 1 possession in that quarter. So Comets under center now was Brown.
I think they've been going play action, throwing to the tight end too.
They'll run a trap backside, and he'll slide forward, sneak in there for about 3 yards on the play.
Using one of the tight ends, stand-up tight ends, almost as a fullback right there. Run away from that, trying to trap the inside.
Elijah Ford tried to give it a go on that play. It limped off. I don't know if he come out. They've done a nice job with their 2-way players, really just giving every once in a while, giving them a play or 2 off.
Well, he's staying at the sidelines with the helmet on. That's always a good sign. But
Second and 8 for the Comets. Brown back to the shotgun. Handoff. McCormick squeezes through, but he'll get no gain, or little to no gain on the play.
He is hiding behind big Jackson Norman, 6'6", 310 pounds. They got some monsters up front, and he showed great pace and waited for a seam. Really, the offensive line didn't get much of a push there, but there was kind of a stalemate with the defensive line. But a big 3rd down and 6 here. They will have to take another one more play right here.
Brown, shotgun to the right, sends McCormick in motion, and he won't get the play off because
it looks like
false start.
Yeah, 79, Michael Wood. That's 79? That's not 79. 78, Paul Rodriguez.
So, was 3rd and 6, now 3rd and 11.
10 seconds left to play in this 3rd quarter. Will they start the play clock? Nope. Yes. Maybe. Everybody's standing around waiting for some type of whistle, some type of decision. Are they putting time back on the clock? What are they doing? Play clock's not moving. Nothing's moving at this point. Now we start the play clock.
Mason's not going to have to run this play. So, after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, it's your Colerain Cardinals trailing the Mason Comets 14-13.
The Mason Comets are really giving Cardinals all they can handle, have control of the game, have control of the clock, but a big 3rd down conversion. They said a win for the Mason Comets, and they pretty much pick up a lot of points there from the Colerain Cardinals. Might move them in. Colerain Cardinals can go by with a second loss, but again, they have some big teams left to play.
It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Comets at their own 21-yard line. Comets with a 1-point lead as we begin the 4th quarter here at Colerain High School. Cardinal defense really bruised but not broken out there. Ford's out. Bess is out. You got Kiner's out at one corner. And really, this defensive line, you got Jalen Thomas playing both ways. Your best offensive player tonight has been Deshaun Pace. So your defense really trying to carry this team back into this ballgame.
Interesting I formation under center.
Play action. Brown keeps it. He's got some space. Can he get there? It's going to depend on the spot.
It looks like he's going to be just short of the first down.
Needed to 32. Gave him to 31. Good job by the sophomore Jarman. Brown, play action, got protection, scrambled about, went the other way, found some space.
But it's interesting, their quarterback's their punter right here. They only need, it's about 1.5 yards. Colerain's going to go without a return man back, it looks like. Play clock's down to 5, 4, 3. Mason has to use the timeout. I tell you, that was good eyes there by Colin Brown. He saw the play clock winding down. I don't think the coaches saw it. He signaled to the coaches for the timeout.
Comets used their first timeout of the second half.
You know what? Not a bad time to take a timeout either here. 1 point lead. I mean, it's a lot of time left, but with the way the clock's running, the way the defense is shutting down Colerain. When you've got a team that's got nothing to lose, they can take chances like this. No one expected them to be this close or even have a lead at this point. So if you're a coach, why not? Especially when your quarterback's your punter. You know, his depth is not different from play to play, so he can get back there at the shotgun formation. He can take a read, but they've been running under center pretty successfully. He is going to go into the shotgun. No return man back for the Colerain Cardinals.
And he will kick it. And it will get a Comet bounce. Rolling down at the 21-yard line.
So no decision made there. Just kick the ball. Done a great job so far. I mean, it's not a traditional kick. It's not a high kick. That time got another great roll.
There's no reason to go for it. Your defense is
shut it down. That ball's going to be spotted at the Colerain 21.5.
No need to put the Cardinals in field goal range without having to gain any yardage. So Freddie Johnson comes out. Penalties really killed their last drive. Motion man, handoff, faked, ball, fumbled. Thomas gets on top of it.
Yeah, good pressure by the defense. I believe it was that number 20 there, Horizon Borders.
It's a loss of about 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, that play was doomed to start with. They blew up the line, they blew up the fullback, they blew up the pitch. Got to tell you, other than the one big play off the option, the Colerain's best offense has been that Wildcat.
High formation now, Cardinals. Johnson, it's just going to be a straight handoff up the middle to Jalen Thomas.
Get loose!
He breaks one tackle. He's out in the open. Breaks another. Is going to add 15. Maybe not. Didn't see it. There it is. 15 yards for a face mask.
Offensive or defensive?
It's offensive.
Will that give him the first down?
Well, he's got the first down anyways. He's going to add 15 to the end of it.
Oh, you said offensive.
No, it was a really bad. It was offensively bad.
Okay. All right. You lost me with that one.
Oh, no, I totally messed up there. I'm just trying to cover myself.
Okay. All right, yeah, because there was a stiff arm right there, but, you know, that's kind of allowed. So Colerain, nothing fancy there, just lined up with the eye, didn't run the option, just ran a straight traditional dive.
And with the penalty, The ball is in Comet territory.
It's a little different look. Sandusky is going to dot the I behind Hamza.
Gonna run a trap underneath. Thomas got some space, made one man miss, still on his feet. First down, breaks free, still loose. Down the sidelines. Can he get there? Yes, he does.
No flags.
Touchdown,
No
Jalen
flags.
Thomas.
Jalen Thomas hasn't had a lot of carries tonight, but he's taken full advantage of it. Had the big run in the first half for that time. Gets back-to-back runs on here. Breaks some tackles. You're not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. He'll run through you every time. You got to hit that boy low. If you don't hit him, he's going to hit you. He hits the end zone that time. 19-14. Colerain takes the lead. 9:50 left to play in this game.
A little bit of confusion right now for the Cardinals as half of the team went out and they don't realize they're going for two.
But luckily the play clock.
So,
And are they in the Wildcat?
yeah, no. Tank.
They don't have a. They're missing a player. 27's late to get out there. They have started the play clock. It's down to 15.
Timeout.
That's all right.
Here's the thing, though. I think the problem is, no, he's out there. I was going to say the problem is Elijah Ford because he was hurt, but he's back out there.
He's noticeably limping, though. He's not 100%.
Right.
But yeah, they were still. Colerain decided that they were going for two, and there was just, you got some guys resting, some guys second teamers playing this tank formation, and they weren't ready.
Well, plus you don't always expect to go for two. I mean, you should be ready to go
Well,
for two.
and new coaching staff, but that shouldn't be an excuse. But you always got that secondary coach who has the players ready for any substitution at all time. At third down or at fourth down, you're going to go for it. And, well, it's hard to on that one because that was a big play and they scored quick. But you got to make that communication to be ready.
Scores Dakota West 9, Dakota East 7. Fairfield 17, Sycamore 3. Third quarter.
So as we come out of this timeout by the Colerain Cardinals, each team with two left. We're 9:51 left to play in this game. Colerain scored 19, Comet 14. Coach Cutright has called the officials over for some reason.
Not really
I don't know what maybe placement of the ball. Maybe they started the play clock quicker than he thought, didn't he? He didn't want to burn a timeout there. I see him kind of pointing to the corner. Anything I'm saying right now is a complete guess.
Maybe they just, have an appointment tomorrow for lunch and they're trying to figure that out. I mean, I doubt it.
I'm trying to read the referees. He's holding his hands up like he's saying, like after the touchdown, Coach Cutright is shaking his head. So whatever he's told him, he hasn't agreed. Oh, and he actually has to be pulled back. Coach Cutright is a fiery guy, but we've seen with previous coaches who are very verbal, very outgoing. He's kind of that quiet cool, that quiet anger. Something he saw right there. He did not like what the referees told him, but here we go. Colerain lining up for the two-point conversion in the I formation.
Tank formation last time they went to this formation.
It's not tank.
It is. Toss sweep. Sean Pace not there to the outside. Cuts it back.
Oh, he was hit hard.
And he is in.
Woo. I tell you what, though, we need him for defense. He took a shot. What the referees are discussing now, what one referee might be they might be taking this away. They are taking this away. One referee calls the extra point good.
Well,
we haven't called it yet. Mason is celebrating like they stopped it. And again, another referee indecision. We had them pull up the flag earlier.
One referee might have a better look. I thought he was short from here, but one referee said he reached across.
Well, the points are on the board. They're taking the points off. And again, Coach Cutright wants an explanation.
So 2 points come off.
So that would have made a 7-point Dan, and I'm looking on the sideline. Pace is holding his back. He took a shot on that, and I tell you what, you got the lead. You need your best defender out there. Why isn't there a trainer with pace right now? Okay, Linda's got him. The Mason Comets has handled this pop-up kick well with a couple good returns. If Pace can walk, he can play. He's getting up off the bench, walking away from the trainers.
Cameron Ott set to kick off.
Squib it up the middle. They've got the Mason Comets have scouted Colerain, and they like to pop up the ball between the 15 and the 20 outside the lines on the right side, and that's where they've got 2 men standing. Switch it up here.
Cameron Ott squibs it.
Right up the middle.
Right at the spot he normally kicks it. Tied up. Wiesengrach, Strach. A very German name with the return.
Wechselblatt.
Where do you get Wechselblatt? That was 87.
Oh, all right. I just assumed by reading that name.
Wechselblatt is very easy to read.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at Albert's last name.
Yeah, Weissenstraat.
So Pace is in the ball game. Good to see.
Hand off McCormick off tackle, finding some space in the open field. And he'll get enough for the first down.
I tell you, he runs hard. I mean, you have a helmet come off. Colerain's going to have to make a substitution.
Owens comes out, Ringer comes in.
Ringer has gotten in several times today, so. 9:30 left to play. Colerain up 5.
So Brown trips to his left. And Suzu to his right, hands off left, and that is swallowed up by a whole bunch of Cardinals.
Flock of Cardinals right there, led by Corleone, along with LT, and there was 23 there also making the play. Brian Beavers. They're going to give him, with a little bit of momentum, they're going to give him a yard. I tell you what, now their big offensive lineman tries to get to the sidelines. Paul Rodriguez running to the sidelines, but before he got there, he falls down grabbing a hamstring. Not sure if he's cramping. Usually big guys don't have issues with cramping, and it's not that hot out there.
But if you're a big man, that's a big cramp.
That's a big cramp.
I'm saying physically, that's a large muscle.
That was very beautifully described.
I wouldn't use the words beautiful for it, but yeah.
But he definitely reached to the back of the leg and hamstring. He was about 3 yards from the sidelines when he went down. He said, just a junior, 6'5", 300 pounds. On the other side, 6'6", 310, Jackson Norman. They've got some big tackles here at Mason.
Ohio State 7, Northwestern 0.
A noticeable limp. And if you just heard the awe from the crowd, a little kid just lost his balloon. Collectively, the parents around him, the cheerleaders gave the awe.
That's great. 2nd and 9 for the Comets.
There's a good game going on. 2nd and 10. 8:44.
Over the middle, tight end wide open, makes a man miss, and he's got some space, and it's a foot race down the sideline, still on his feet, inside the 20 to the 15, and a big gain out ahead to Nick Molinari.
It sits strong in his pocket. does Colin Brown. They let the rush come to him. They've hit the outside cover. They released the tight end right up the middle of the, and he found a little seam and got extra yards. This ball's all the way down to the Colerain 14.
Close to 10 to the Colerain 14.
We got a referee's timeout. We got an equipment issue with Colerain. Mason brought the huddle, I believe, was up. Yeah. Trying to get his helmet buckled as we start the play clock again.
Handoff up the middle. Nope, faked it. Colin Brown keeps it, and he gets nowhere to the outside.
Takes him down hard to the outside. He's going to pick up one.
Second down, when you have to think is 4-down territory for the Comets.
We've seen they've got a quality kicker, but down 5. Don't really know if they're going to get another possession unless they score quickly.
Molinari and Ocean. Handoff. McCormick makes a step. He's got some space. And he'll get down to the 1 yard. Oh, not going to calm down at the 5.
That's not it's just short of the first down. Just a little inside trap right there. Surprising with their big offensive linemen out and the 3 substitutions. Look like they're going to bring in a couple of their linebackers and a defensive lineman. They got a tank package of their own, looks like they're going to bring in here. At a 3rd down and 2.
They'll need the
4-yard line. 4.5. They're about the 6.5 or 5.5. Straight I formation.
Handoff. McCormick falls forward. He's going to have the first down.
Yeah, good penetration from the outside. Jalen Thomas comes up there, but he can't make the play. So we tick down to 26 left to play. First down and goal. The ball's at the 3.
First and goal.
Goal line package now for the Cardinals.
A war of attrition out there. Both teams, offensively and defensively, lots of players have been kind of banged up.
Handoff fullback, and he's going to fight forward and be short of the goal line. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
Good jobs by the referee right there. Both Colerain trying to strip the ball, Mason Comets trying for the extra yard. Neither team wanted to stop right there, but the referee do a good job of letting the play go out. No flags on either one. Substitution here, short yardage situation. Going to bring in one of your captains, your center, Aaron Schwender. The ball is on the 1-yard line.
Second down and goal under center. Brown, handoff, McCormick, and he's not going to get in.
And we got a Colerain player down at this point.
And a Mason Comet down.
I tell you what, this has been a hard-hitting struggle. We've had guys come off with injuries and come back on. Can't see numbers for either one, which one it is.
Thomas for the Cardinals.
Thomas is one guy you don't like to be out. We're very, very, very dominant on the outside. Gets a good pass rush. Looks like he's.
Yeah, you really need a pass rush.
Well, I
third
mean,
and goal from the 1-yard line.
Kind of takes away that. I misspoke.
I know. That's why I exploited your misspeaking.
But to get about a half yard, that ball's on the half-yard line. 5:26 left to play.
We did see him running back in. Paul Rodriguez is now back in for the Comets. So their big tackle back in.
Yeah, that's Jackson Orlando. He was playing fullback on that play. They leave Aaron Schwender in there? Yeah, Aaron. Oh, it's 50.
That's Aaron Schwender.
So here we go. 3rd down and goal. Ball just inside the 1.
Brown takes it, quarterback sneak, and they're just going to push forward and in. Touchdown, Comets.
Touchdown, Mason.
Comets after a big play to the tight end to take it down there. Have the referees said touchdown yet?
They did.
Okay. 5:18 left to play.
They're just resetting for the 2-point conversion.
So up 1. Mason Comets going to leave the offense in there, go for 2, make a field goal to tie. Jalen Thomas is back in the ball game. It's good to see.
Shotgun formation. Motion, they're going to have trips to the right. Brown rolling, looking, crossed his body, backfires. 2-point is good.
Oh, that was stupid. Colerain Cardinals give up the 2-point conversion on a little pop pass to Jack Cooper after the play. One of the Colerain Cardinals didn't catch a number on that little chest bump to knock the receiver down after the play. They're going to get a 15 yards added on to the kick. Which, well, I'll tell you what, the Mason kicker's been kicking everything into the end zone anyway, but that kind of opens up the opportunity for a onside kick.
Well, it opens up the opportunity for them to pop it up, and you have to fair catch deep in their own territory.
But with 5:18 left to play, Colerain down by 3. They have 2 timeouts left. So be kicking it off after they mark the pen from the Cardinal 45.
Yep. So I'm saying now they can just pop it up if they're smart.
Sean Williamson, Tim Thomas, deep for Colerain.
Or in this case, yeah.
Kicker sets it up way on the far left hash.
Waiting for the signal, ready to play. There it is. Now Curran can kick off. And he just puts it right through the end zone.
So really no harm, no foul on that.
Well, there
personal
was a foul.
Well, there's a foul, but yardage is the same. Colerain's going to start with their own 20 with 5:18 left to play. But what that's done, that's what woken up the student section and the fans from Mason Comets. They're in the area to upset the Colerain Cardinals. Try to break this, stop this GMC streak. Colerain Cardinals, see if they've got an answer for that.
They'll come out I formation. Handoff, fullback Hamza breaks through, still going forward, and he gets it about a 9-yard carry.
Yeah, we've seen this I formation earlier, but we saw it with a tight end. This time we had somebody in the slot. Is that Thomas lined up in the slot?
Sandusky.
Is it Sandusky? Okay. Sandusky it's got some wheels. If nobody's covering him, having a quick little, well, he's covered now.
Pulls it. Johnson keeps it. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. See you, Freddie. He's Freddie. No one in front of him, and he will take it to the house. Freddie Johnson, 62 yards.
72. Colerain answers back with 5:18 left. They get that done with a 4-38. They're down, but they're not out. Still lots of time left to play. Both teams with timeout, but Colerain gets a 3-point lead on a big run by Freddie Johnson. They've had him bottled up all day, but not on that play. He makes the read. He keeps it himself, and there's another flag after the play.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct, this time on Mason.
I don't know if there's a trigger word that they're saying tonight. There's not. It doesn't seem to be a lot of talking after the play. Both teams have been flagged at some point. But then again, we're pretty far away. I mean, so we're not going to hear what's said. But there's usually a way of approaching things and a way not to approach things.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the Comets.
Do we have the choice to take that on the kickoff?
And they will take it on the kickoff. At least that's what I'm assuming when the referee does this little thing with his foot. I'm assuming he's signaling during the kickoff.
So huge extra points favorite. Oh, Colerain up by 3.
And Ott connects. And with 4:38 to play, it's the Colerain Cardinals 26, the Mason Comets 22.
Mason wanting to burn up their clock right there. Maybe scored too quickly. Get the ball back to the Colerain Cardinals, who score quickly themselves. They've left 4:38 left on the clock. Up by 4. Mason Comets have to get in the end zone. They have 2 timeouts left. Colerain kind of mixed up their kicks so far. They've had one big return. We've seen that. If they get a crease, they can go. But with the unsportsmanlike on that touchdown before the extra point, Mason had kicked off from the Colerain 45. Now Colerain will kick off from the Mason 45. And we'll see if Ott's pretty good on the pop-up, whether we want to do that or just have him kick it into the end zone. I say take any chance out of the return you can.
I'd fool everyone and kick it the opposite direction.
Spot pass.
Take a safety. Don't do that.
I'll have him just run around for 4 minutes.
Ott.
That's exactly what
we'll kick it through the end zone. No, literally kick it backwards through your back of the end zone. Just take 2 points all right away. So with the touchback, Comets will take over at the 20-yard line.
So Colerain Cardinals have leaned on their defense all year. They're set up now for their defense. Been banged up. Elijah Ford's moving a little slow. Is he out there? Yeah, he's out there. Lost Mike Best for the year.
And really, Mason has been slow and methodical except for that one big play on that last drive. So we'll see what they have here.
But did they go back to that same play, releasing that tight end in the middle of the field? Colerain, knowing they're going to pass, is going to – nope.
Handoff up the middle, and L.T. Johnson with the initial hit, and the rest of the Cardinals clean it up.
They're going to give him maybe a yard, half yard on that gain. 4:25.
Plenty of time, 2 timeouts for the Comets.
And what was a quiet Colerain side, they've now woken up on this side.
Motion. Molinari. Brown quick underneath. Picked off! Xander Kendall with the interception. And it's a first down, Colerain.
Tried to find that skinny post right there. That Xander Kendall. We've called his name a bunch over the last season, and he makes a big play. The middle linebacker steps up, gets tall. I'll tell you what, that's a great catch. Gets his hands above his head, brings it down, hangs onto the ball. Colerain has the ball and the lead. 3:51 left to play. Already in field goal territory, but if they can get a touchdown here and put this game out of reach. But the best part about it right now, you know what? I think it was Kendall that made that unsportsmanlike.
He did.
Kind of makes up for it right there.
Cardinals
but the clock is Colerain's best friend right now, and look at this.
Cardinals come right back in the Wildcat.
Colerain's had some success up here early.
Pace takes it, just can't get around.
That was a great play.
He had the edge, but the back of his jersey just tugged enough to bring him down.
Yeah, Chase Vanell, that's possibly a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Picked up a yard, 330.
Cardinals shifting the formation.
10 seconds left in the play clock.
Handoff, Thomas patiently waiting, breaks one tackle,
Nice!
breaks another, still on his feet, through a defender.
Marking him out of bounds at the 3.
3-yard line out of bounds, but it'll be first and goal for the Cardinals.
I'll tell you what, when he decides to go, he goes. He places that foot down. Great blocking up front. They should run this Wildcat every time.
With this, I mean, except for the Wildcat, this is hearkening back to the coach Rick Haynes days when you just substitute one big package for another big package on an offense. You just substitute, oh, we're going to go double tights, now we're going to go 3 tight ends. That's all that formation switch was.
So that'll be first and goal for Colerain. Ball at the 2. Clock is 2:40 and running. Play clock down to 1, and Colerain's going to have to burn up his timeout here. So what a game we've got so far. Mason has not gone away. They keep coming back and scoring, but Colerain has an answer for every question that Mason is putting up there. Mason eats some clock up, methodical drive, works their way down the field, and then Colerain Cardinals, quick strike offense. We haven't seen much of it this year, but what we thought was going to be a shootout the entire game became a shootout this fourth quarter. Got any score updates, Mike?
Score. Update. Wayne and Fairmont are tied 7-7.
That's the one we wanted to hear.
Lakota West 16, Lakota East 7.
Hamilton 27, Middletown 17. Fairfield 31, Sycamore 3.
All right, here we go. We break the huddle.
LaSalle 22, St. X 15.
Freddie Johnson back under center.
This is where I throw the ball.
Deshaun Pace is out as a wide receiver. You run a little fade here? No, you run
just
the ball.
run the ball. It's going to be a handoff to Hamza. Or a reverse. Nope. Just
Quarterback
going to
sneak
to Freddie Johnson.
Colerain's looking for it. The offensive lineman are saying,
Touchdown, Freddie Johnson.
You know, been bottled up the old time, and Freddie Johnson gets to put the dot on the I right there. He made the big run to get him down there. He gets in the end zone. Wait, are they taking it away now? Or does Colerain
That's the 2-point conversion.
The Colerain players, I believe, are telling the coaches we're going for 2.
You don't want to go for 2.
I know, but did you see that? They were telling, no, stay on the sidelines. We're going for 2.
They got to be able to do the math.
That's why there's coaches on the field, young men.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is good. And with 2:29 to play, it's the Colerain Cardinals 33, the Mason Comets 22. Yeah, there's a huge difference between an 11-point lead and a 10-point lead. There's no difference between an 11-point lead and a 12-point lead.
1 point.
10 points.
See, the stat guys agree with me.
10 points is a touchdown, and whatever.
I know exactly what you said.
Yeah, I know.
So Colerain 2:29 left to play, an 11-point lead. And what we got next week, Brendan?
We're right back here and host the Lakota East Thunderhawks.
The return of Coach Haynes. So Cameron Ott's going to set up on his 40. Why are the Colerain fans doing the gator jump?
Don't know. Cameron Ott pops it up. Fielded about the 15 against the sideline, trying to look for some space. Going to go nowhere to the 19-yard line. Cardinals swallow them up, and that's where the Comets will take over with 2:22 to play, down 2 scores.
Tell you, Colerain made a big hit on the outside. The gentleman doing the hit's getting up slow. I'm not trying to see, is that 20? You got to call him. Did Jalen Montgomery?
No, that was
No.
Damon.
That was 29. That wasn't 20. A little bit of stinger going on, it looks like.
So Brown down 2 scores, got to act quickly and just gets it out
Just
to Jack.
make the tackle.
Jack Cooper. Williamson tackles him short of the line of game, so the clock will continue to run.
Elijah Ford steps in the front of that. He gets very close to picking that off. I think a healthy Elijah Ford might have a chance. Noticeable limp out there. Colerain's got 12 guys on the field right now.
And they just got called for it.
But he stops the play.
He called timeout. They're going to give Colerain timeout.
All right, Coach Cutright is right there.
And Elijah Ford, and that's one of those unfortunate things. I think Elijah Ford's limping a bit. He wants to get a substitution in, but Mason's going no huddle, so he really doesn't know. So he uses his timeout to kind of get that.
And I think Kenny Willis wanted to come out of the ball game right too, and they set him in to right. They do not have to allow a defensive substitution at the high school level.
That's when you just got to go fall down and let the referees know that you're hurt.
It's a move that's used a lot. I'm not a big fan of it, but you're right, at that situation, yeah.
Well, when you're legitimately being subbed for an injury, it's nothing.
Right. Watching him move there, watching Coach Cutright. Excuse me. Watching Coach Cutright trying to take Elijah Ford out of the ball game. Elijah Ford does not want to come out. So 2nd down and 1.
Brown, 2 receivers to either side. Looks to his right, quick out Dardis for 5 yards and a first down.
Uses very little of the time clock to pick up the first down. Dardis, the leading receiver for
Very
the Comets.
little of what?
Time clock.
Handoff, McCormick keeps it, and Dante Corleone strangles him in from behind. McCormick,
I don't know if you call that a clothesline because it was more of a bear hug clothesline there as he went by. McCormick had a crease, and all of a sudden he just disappeared.
looking deep, and it going to
18.
Dardis. They're going to say Dardis with the catch. Cardinals really defended the sidelines, gave up the middle of the field there. Snap back, Brown quickly working on the Comets, looking deep, not there. Pressure coming, scramble out, deep, look, pace over his head, into the hands of Molinari, and he lets it fall to the ground.
That was a good read there by Colin Brown. Pace had come up a little bit, and he just kind of tosses it over him. Pace jumps up, and he didn't get the ball. He was beat. He was definitely beat, but I think that
he wasn't. He was beat.
Obstructed the view.
I know, but at the same time, I think he jumped a little bit too early. I think he could have recovered if he just kind of stayed on a pace. And if you're watching it at home on the screen, the referees
left to play.
are resetting the play clock. They're not raising the roof. Just to be clear. Cardinals show pressure, and that's coming. McCormick handoff. Interesting play call. That clock's going to continue to run. It's going to pick up 9 yards, but Cardinals will be happy to give up 9 yards for about 15 seconds of play. Clock to run off. Brown quickly away. Cardinals defending. Close, up, over top. Jack Cooper is all alone.
How do you let him deep?
And he's in the end zone
How
for
do you
6
let him
points.
deep? You got single coverage on the outside, and Cooper's a tall receiver, but he's not overly fast, and he was 7 to 8 yards behind the Colerain defense. Defensive backs talking amongst themselves. They still have the lead, but have made it quite interesting right now. Up 5, they're going to go for 2.
They're down 5.
Or down 5.
successful on their last two-point conversion in this same little play. This time Brown looking, throws, knocked away. Doesn't matter if it's incomplete or intercepted. Conversion no good. So with 43 seconds remaining, Cardinals 33, Comets 28.
Say Comets scored quick on that. They were dinking and dunking, and we were kind of questioning their play call until they released the big receiver, made the big catch down the side of the field. One thing you can't do as a safety in that situation, no one gets behind you, and there wasn't anybody close. Because you watch both these teams, it's been a hard-hitting game. It's a war of attrition right there. There's a lot of guys on both sides playing banged up. 43 seconds left in the play clock. Colerain up 5.
One advantage the Cardinals have in this situation is they're not going to be surprised by an onside kick like they were at the beginning of this half. But they do nonetheless have to field an onside kick.
I'm just curious, they just saw the quick little follow kick. Do they have a different style of onside kick to show them? So here comes your kicker for the Mason Comets, Brooks Curran. He's a senior. He's been kicking from the far left side. He's going to set up on the far right hash.
And unlike college and NFL, or unlike the NFL, there is no rule about having to have 5 and 5 on each side. So there'll be 6 Comets on that left side of the field.
Colerain's hands team in this time.
Kick goes, and it's fielded by the Colerain Cardinals.
Colerain does not have to let the kick go 10 yards. Did you see who got that? Is that Sandusky?
It's either Sandusky or Avante Scales. Didn't see exactly who got it.
Nope, they're celebrating with Isaiah Myers, actually. No, that's not Isaiah Myers.
That's Avante Scales. That's why
That's an 18.
That's why I said Avante Scales.
You think they get numbers that I could read?
No, you're just old.
I know Colerain's got some of the best numbers. A white number, rather large in a lot of schools, white on red, and I still had trouble. Yeah, I'm old. So Colerain has the ball at the Lakota West. What are you talking about? Wow, I've just kind of
Mason does have 2 timeouts, but the Cardinals have 4 downs for which to kneel the ball. Be interesting if the Comets even force the Cardinals to take 3 knees here. So they only technically need to take 1. Johnson takes the knee. And the Comets will not use their timeouts. And that should be the final play of the ball game. Rather anticlimactic.
Tell you, one of the better games that we've seen right here. You got to give it up for the Mason Comets. They've given Colerain all they can handle tonight. Started off a little slow. We expected a shootout, but it really didn't become a shootout till the middle of this fourth quarter. Lots of scoring going on. Colerain getting the last score.
And with that, time has expired, and that is a final here at Colerain High School. The streak survives. The GMC stay undefeated. Cardinals move to 7-1 on the season as they defeat the Mason Comets 33-28. Join us next week as the Cardinals play host to the Lakota East Thunderhawks right back here at Cardinal Stadium. For Mike Rourke, our engineer, and Brian White, this has been Colerain Cardinal Football on WeAreColerain.com.